All right, thank you for staying connected. It's Daybreak, Tuesday's edition, wishing you live from the broadcasting service. Before we went for the news, we're looking at the International Day of the Girl Child. And we have some persons with us who will be looking at the day, what the significance of the day, how it should be celebrated. We have engineers, yes, when we talk about engineers, women engineers, these are women that have delved into the men profession and they are doing beautifully well. So it's no longer business as usual that you say, oh, this profession is for the guys and this for the girls. But these women, they dive into it. And they have something to tell us this morning. They were able to surmount some challenges while going about the engineering profession. Once again, let me introduce engineer Dr. Mrs. Cordelia Omoyi. She is a lecturer with the University of Calabar and the Chairman Association of Professional Women of Nigeria, Benin chapter. You're welcome, madam, once again.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, we have Engineer Tina Oigiagbe. She is the past chairman of Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria. All right, we have chairpersons, present and past. You're welcome, madam.
Thank you so much.
All right, let me start with the lecturer. When we talk about the International Day of the Girl Child, what is the day all about?
Thank you so much, Josephine. The International Day of the Girl Child is a very significant day for the girl. And that day came into being after the Beijing conference in 1995. And then it was agreed in December that October 11th be set aside to celebrate the girl child. And the purpose is to promote the empowerment and fulfillment of the dreams and aspirations of the girl child that before now has really been marginalized. That's significantly.
Who marginalized us?
There is these norms, you know, that the girl child is meant to be in the kitchen. And that
or the other room.
Yes, or the other room, as it were. So, for that reason, the girl is challenged, and this day being set aside is to help them to give light to these dreams, because the girls also have dreams. Talent is universal.
Irrespective of your gender.
Yes, but unfortunately the opportunity is not given to all equally. So this day is set aside, and so there's every need for us to create the awareness that the girl child has a future that is looking up to.
Okay, the girl child has a future.
Yes.
Now, the theme for this year says, our time is now, our rights, and our future. I want you to dwell on that. What are we talking about?
Thank you very much, Engineer Peggy. Our time is now.
Yes.
Our time is the future.
Yes.
You know, as she has rightly said, when you look at the girl child, the future, there's no better time to say that now is our time. Because gone are the days when you are talking about stereotype, that the girl child is meant for the kitchen, the girl child cannot really do what the men do, but we are saying that the future of the girl child is now. When you give us equal opportunity that you have given to the men, the women can do well, the women can excel, the women can be outstanding, the women that can distinguish themselves in any way you put them. You know, we as women, we have dual responsibility. As a woman, you are there to take care of your own, you are there to take care of your job, you are there to take care of your children, and if you are given that responsibility, you can do well. So we are saying, don't put us at the back. We can be at the front. We can do better if given that opportunity. Thank you.
All right, let me come to Engineer Cordelia. A lot of women, they've been given opportunity because this awareness, it has been on for some time. Or give women a chance, let women come out and maximize their potentials. But most women, if given the opportunity, they don't even take advantage of it. What do you think are the factors contributing to this? That when the opportunity is given, but most of them still shy away, they don't go in and take advantage of the opportunity.
Well, I want to disagree with you that if a woman is given an opportunity, she doesn't take advantage of it.
Some, I didn't say it.
Okay, yeah.
Some of them.
The very few that wouldn't take advantage of opportunity, basically, they are the ones that are really suffering from, the bias that has been in existence, and they have refused to let go. And so this event, this International Women Day for the Girl Child, creating continuous awareness will bring those people out from their cocoon, and they will have to take advantage of the opportunity. But also, those that are taking this advantage of the opportunities presented, to them, will also send enough signal to those that have refused to come up. They will rise up to their feet, because the women are really taking their grounds, those that have been given the opportunities.
When you say taking their grants, it's relative, because if you look at other aspects, for instance, in politics in Nigeria, are women really taking their grant?
Of course, those women that have the opportunities, they are breaking barriers. They are exceeding boundaries. It's just that the policies of the country have not really been implemented to the level where we have equality in placement. But a very few that are out there, they are doing fantastically well.
All right.
Yes.
Tina, Engineer Tina, when they call for meetings sometimes, maybe there's a town hall meeting, they want to build capacity for some people, you hardly see some women there. You see men, maybe there's a town hall meeting, they want to discuss some issues. You see the men, they will get up and they will get dressed and go for that meeting. You only see few women. But when you say, okay, let's distribute this, we want to share wrappers, we want to give rice or foodstuff, you see a lot of the women. But when it comes to capacity building, so okay, let's discuss issues that are affecting the society, sometimes you don't see most women. What's your take on that?
Well, you are not really far from the truth, but I want to say that is the barrier that we are trying to break. There is that attitude of women always thinking that, look, let me not go out there to really exercise my rights. Most times people will like, woman, stay at home and cook. Women, stay at home and do this. They are shy. They don't want to take responsibility, but that is why we are saying now that the future is now. Our time is now. Don't always look at yourself that I'm a woman, I cannot do it. You can do better, greater than even the men when you want to really do it. But that barrier that you see that has always existed over the years, was always saying, let's break this barrier. Let's break this ceiling. And let's come out from our shells and really tell these men that, look, we can do it. We are great. We have the intellect. We have the idea. We
not
can
just
do
the
it.
beauty.
Yeah, not just the beauty. So we can do it. We're telling them, don't shy away from responsibilities. We have some offices that will work, and we are able to do better than what the men does.
Wow,
Yes.
I can agree with you.
Yes, like me, I'm a very practical field woman. So it's not the sex that you use in doing it. So it's your brain and trying to come out from your shell.
Can you carry machines now? Those heavy duty ones?
Well, sometimes you see me on transformer, you marvel.
You climb the
Yes, you do.
climb.
Sure. You do.
Oh my God, that is beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Yes.
Let me come in now.
All right, no problem.
Can you outline the value of a girl child? Because with that now, that we take people that is listening, our parents that is listening and making their children to draw back so that they will know the value
All right.
of the girl child.
Excuse me,
Can you
before
explain that?
we get to the value of the girl child,
Okay.
please can you just name some of the challenges facing most of our girl child? Some of the challenges.
They are really numerous. You see, the lack of education for our girl child, the exposure to domestic violence, early marriage. Now there is this stigmatization of you are a girl born into a family. Why wasn't it a boy? Why are you born a girl? It sends some kind of signal to your brain, and you begin to feel insecure, inadequate.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
and you don't feel relevant. It's okay, let the people gather. You will say, no, I'm not a boy. I'm supposed to
When
be
the men are
man.
talking, what are you talking?
So those are challenges that are bedeviling the girl
from the
child.
parents.
There are a lot and a lot, and then no equal opportunity in the place of employment, no skill acquisition for the girl child, a lot is hanging. So those are the areas where we need these girls to know that they can come out of it. They should not wait for those kind of norms and stigmatization to hold them back. Like I usually tell the girl child, that the intellect that God created humans, it's not feminine, it's not masculine. It's a universal thing. There's no special brain in the man's head or boy's head that the woman does not have. God created us equal. It is the human that have decided to separate, to put a dichotomy and say, no, you are the girl, you have to be a second fiddle to the man. But it's not like that. We all have this intellectual. So I tell the girl child, okay, like our profession, Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, we have taken up this challenge. So it's also our appeal that let every other organizations, agency, let them also support the girl child to break loose from those norms that have kept them behind. So what we do as an Association of Professional Women Engineers is to go out and tell these children that you can do just like I'm an engineer today.
And also a lecturer.
Yes, and also a lecturer. She is also a practicing engineer. One of the staff here is an engineer. So if the ladies or girls, we were once girls like them, we have been able to break the barrier to be who we are today, they can.
All right, thank you for that.
Okay, I want her to talk about the value
Peggy,
of the
just
child.
excuse me, please. Let's hear some of the other challenges. We'll
Okay,
get to the
from her,
value.
okay.
She said, she mentioned some of the challenges, the stereotype, the other aspect of it, maybe psychologically, when the girl is growing up, they say, you're a girl. Some of the parents don't even train the girl child. They'll say, let the boy go because he will continue with our lineage. But as soon as you will go to your husband's house and answer your husband's name. So apart from the ones she has just listed, what are the other challenges do you think that is affecting most of the girl's child from maximizing?
I want to say that sometimes our parents don't want to expose us. Exposure, giving the girl child the exposure that she deserves. You know, you are in a home, you are bringing up these children, you give some of them, you are already narrowing their mind, patterning them towards what they should do. You have boys, you have girls, you tell them you can easily go and play ball, but the girl be inside the house. You're already conditioning that child not to be exposed. You're already letting that child know that, look, always be indoors. If they are going for that town meeting, don't go. So this is a challenge. Give them equal exposure. Don't condition the girl child to always say, look, stay here. You go and jump up and down. You must always do like this. Fine, girls must coordinate themselves, but give them equal opportunity to explore. And as they explore, they discover themselves.
All right, Peggy.
Okay, now can you please tell us the value of the girl child? Engineer Cordelia.
Yeah. The value of the girl child cannot be overemphasized. The girl child is unique. The girl child is a blessing to the family she's born into. She's an asset to the husband and a builder of a nation, a girl child. The girl child is full of potentials that if you deposit just one seed in any girl child, you can be assured that you have multiples of harvests. So what the country or the world at large is waiting for is to allow the girl child manifest in her full, what's the word now? Glory and capacity. Yes. And you see that the world will be a better place. The girl child is a fantastic personality.
Right. Thank you. Before we go, a lot of women, Engineer Tina, a lot of women, they just want to scent out the beauty. They keep more of this outward look. They don't build their mind. And that's why sometimes most of the men don't take them seriously. Some of them are watching us right now. What do you have to tell such women who just take pleasure in just taking care of the physical and not building themselves mentally?
Well, I want to say that as women, you must be outstanding. You must distinguish yourself, because we're in a society that sometimes sometimes you discover that when you are in a practicing field, you will ensure that all you are doing is excellent. If a man is taking like 1 hour to do something, as a female, you take like 3 hours. You must really step up your game before your voice can be heard. So I want to tell our women that in any way we find ourselves, let's develop ourselves. Let's take time, as we spend money on our beauty, facially, let's also take time to train ourselves and develop our brain. Go for certification courses, try your best to step up your game. You must step it up. You must, because for you to be heard in our country, Nigeria, you have to do 3-4 times of what the man does.
All right.
In terms of your academics.
Lecturer, a lot of girls we see these days also, I just have to stay on this. They just want, my beauty can do everything for me. Some of them don't read. Majority, some of them don't read. They just want to like anything that, I'm a fine woman. So I want you to reiterate what she just said, so that they have content in order to contribute their own quota and exhibit that glory that we know that the girl child has.
I want to really be grateful to the UN for this very day that has been set aside for us to create this awareness, to help the girl child become who originally was meant to be. You see, the girl child, you can exceed boundaries if you put your head down to study. You can excel academically as a girl child. There's no big deal. This is the 10th anniversary of this International Day of the Girl Child. And I am seeing results so that the future is going to be feminine. What do I mean? Recently, like the lockdown of 2020, if we could recall very well, the children were at home for the period of time without even, exposure to schools, and then to go and showcase yourself, peradventure, maybe brandishing your beauties out there. They were at home, constrained to stay in their homes. And these children were made to write jam. And so in the jam, the post-UTME result have something substantial that we will celebrate. And what was it? There were 10 topmost UTME students that were the top best, 10. And out of those 10, we have 5 girls.
That's good.
And what was the score? The score is still a record that has been set. It has not been broken since 2020. 365 and above were the top scores. And all the 10 UTME candidates, they score in that neighborhood. And 5 of them were girls. And the girls topped those top 10. Beautiful. And incidentally, all those girls applied in their JAM to study engineering in university. So you see that it's not about beauty. If you put that aside, you will excel much more. Your beauty, after a while, with age, it will leave you, it will fade out. But the intellect accompanies you, and you create record. Of course, the beauty is in the brain. It's not just the expression, physical expression.
All right, thank you so much. We've able to get a lot from this discourse. But on a lighter note, I want to ask you this question. How did you cope? For instance, when you get to engineering department in school, you will see like 100 boys and maybe like 2 or 3 girls. How did you cope in your midst? Let me start with Engineer Cordelia. How did you cope in that environment?
I must confess, it wasn't really an easy task. It was a very difficult one.
Seriously?
Yes, it was. But I have a dream. Just like the girl child out there. They all have a dream. And so we, the girls, I think one of the attributes I must mention is that a girl child is a go-getter. A typical girl child will go for whatever. That's why you could nurture a baby in your, because as soon as you conceive as a woman, you are already having a dream and you're already seeing that child. Yeah. There are a lot about a girl child. So it was not really easy, but because I believe in myself and I believe
there's
that
confidence.
Yes, and that is what this event is geared to, create in the heart of the girl. Just be confident. Even if nobody recognizes your value, value yourself first. It's your personality that matters. So when you speak to yourself and say, this is what I aspire to become, definitely nothing is stopping you. So as a girl child, with the men in the engineering department, I didn't see myself as different. I didn't see myself as a second fiddle or a lesser personality. And as a matter of fact, to the glory of God, I was topping my class. And I did that consistently. And I'm sure that every girl child, even if you go and take statistics, research has shown that the girls, if given the opportunity in the academics, they excel brilliantly. They are always doing very well. So that was how I was able to make it. And I'm saying that you girl child out there, you can do much more.
All right, let's hear your story, Engineer. How did you cope?
It was really challenging, very, very challenging, but there was a passion. When you are talking about engineering as a profession, you must be passionate about it. I was passionate about it. I was determined to succeed. I was determined to excel. I was determined to be on top of my game, and I was focused. So in the field of engineering, no matter how challenging it is, because you are in a class of like say 150, you are just the only female or just two of you, it's challenging, but you don't look at yourself that you cannot do it. You have to have the passion. I had the passion for my professional course, and I was determined to excel.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would have asked Peggy too, because she's an engineer. Say, Peggy, how did you cope? But she's on the other side, so let me not ask her that. All right. Many thanks to female engineers. This morning, we've been looking at the International Day of the Girl Child. So parents, wherever, celebrate your girl today. Today is your day. Take them out. Buy them something nice. Just celebrate them. And above that, always instill confidence in your girl. Tell them they can go places. Don't let them be feeling somehow like this inferiority complex. Parents, you have to start it from the home. Build the confidence in your girl child. And I'm assuring you, the sky is your girl's limit. All right, let me thank Engineer Dr. Mrs. Cordelia Omoyi. She is a lecturer with the University of Calabar and the chairman, Association of Professional Women of Nigeria, Benin chapter. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts with us this morning.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right, Engineer Tina Oyigiagbe. She is a past chairman of Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts with us again. Thank you. We'll be looking forward to seeing you again and again on this program. That's the most we can take on this segment. Daybreak continues in a moment, and we're going straight to the family segment. You will not miss what we are going to be discussing on the family segment. Please stay, then go.